So we have two parashiyot this Shabbat, right? Matot Masai. We did on Monday Matot. Now we're going to do part of Masai. I think you can translate it to journey, right? So Netivot Shalom Sefer Bamidbar Masaai. Beyad Moshe ve'Aaron. So the pasuk, the verse says, "Ele Masai bnei Israel asher yatzu me'eretz Mitzrayim netzivotam beyad Moshe ve'Aaron." These are the journey of the bnei Israel that they left the land of Egypt with their troops or with the people in the hand of Moshe and Aaron. ויכתוב משה את מוצאיהם למעשיהם, and Moshe wrote their journey from the place that they were living from to the journeys, according to Hashem, al pi Hashem. Okay, that's the psukim. Said we need to be precise. Omro ele Masai, right? These are the journeys of Israel, and with the hand of Moshe ve'Aaron. And then it seems to be like it's an extra when it says, אחרי שכתוב, ויכתוב משה למעשיהם על פי השם. You already told me, these are the journeys of Israel that they left Egypt, with the hand of Moshe and Aaron. And Moshe wrote the journeys from where they left, according to Hashem. Like, why do you keep repeating? בספר תולדות, יוסף יעקב, מבאר על פי מה שכתב בעקדה. So he wrote in the parasha of the Akedah, right? והמלאך כשיורד לעולם הזה לעשות שליחותו יתברך, הרי הוא מתלבש בלבוש גשמי. So an angel that is going down to this world is like dressed up with a body until he fulfill his task. Okay? An angel coming down to this world is not like a spiritual being. He became like a human being. וכשגמר שליחותו, when he finished his task, he completed it, מתפשט מהגוף הרשמי, it's like undressed from the body, and he returned to be all spiritual. Same way, Adam, the person, the Ben Adam, the human, came down to this world, not for his private matter, for the Gashmiut, but to fulfill a divine task that Hashem sent him here. That task is all spiritual, to keep the Torah and the mitzvot. ושכל ענייניו יהיו לעשות את רצון השם, and his desires, wishes, will be to do Hashem's will, and not for himself. And a person should see himself like it is if like he is an angel that coming down to this world, so he have a body, but that's only going to help him to fulfill the Torah mitzvot. You need a body to put tefillin, you need a body to hold the lulav, etc., etc. כמו שכתב מרן אדמו"ר בעל בית אברהם, זכותו יגלנו the pasuk in בראשית, right? When he says that when Yosef exposed or revealed, right, to the brothers that it's him, and he said, ואתה לא אתם שלחתם אותי הנה כי האלוקים. You didn't send me here to Egypt. Hashem sent me. He said that the Jew need to say that all is matter. It's not the boss, it's not this, it's not that, it's Hashem. But it's very difficult to remember that because you always keep going to, he did it to me, he said to me, he. Very difficult always to remember that it's Hashem. And with that, he's mefarish, toldot, right? The toldot, the book, he said, this is the verse, Ele Masai bnei Israel. These are the journeys of Bnei Israel that they left from the land of Egypt. So, and Jew needs to know all the journey of his life. He's in this world like an angel dressed up with a body that came down to this world to do Hashem's will, right? How did they say it in the Blues Brother? You're on mission from God. It's not a joke. That's the truth. We're on mission from God, right? We are. And therefore, when it says that Letzivotam, that like the Tzivotam, it's like the congregation, the troops, the legions of Bnei Israel. This is like a divine army, the army of heaven. So we are like an angel, like a soldier that going down to this world to complete Hashem's mission that he sent us. And therefore it says in the hand of Moshe ve'Aaron, the Moshe ve'Aaron, they called angels. Right? כמו שכתב במדבר, וישלח מלאך ויוצאנו ממצרים. So in Sefer Bamidbar, we have a pasuk that Hashem sent an angel and he took us out from Egypt. And Rashi explained, Malach, an angel, it's Moshe. And therefore, the Nevi'im, the prophets, also they have a nickname, angels, malachim, which mean all the prophets are like angels that dressed up with a physical body. ומכל מקום, right? כל יהודי הוא כמלאך, and we are the same thing, like angels. והנה דרך זו אמורה בתולדות, right? So he says, this type of concept or path is a higher one, that the Jew should live his life like an angel, that all his action will be only to do Hashem's will, although he's dressed up with a physical body. And also it said, it should, in also Veshtoma, we can say furthermore, that it's nichlal, it's also included in the verse, גם הדרך, right, למי שאינו יכול במדרגה הגבוהה, also, so it's included that for someone that cannot do this type of, it's a very high level, and this is according to what it says in the Kitvei Aramam, זיכרון לברכה, in the name of Kamai, by the Midrash. So he said, כל מי שאינו עושה דבר בלא עצת תלמיד חכם, שליבו לשמיים, לא יקשב, right? So anyone that always consulting a Talmid Chacham or a Gadol or a Rav, that Rav, his heart is for heaven, for Hashem, then he will never fail. If you always get a good advice from the Rav, he will never fail. He said, and this is the path for a Jew. In our private journey, right? Everybody has this journey. When we were kids, teenage, etc., every time we have like period in life that you are actually in a journey until you go to a certain turning point, and then you're starting a new journey. Where it is to I don't know, to get married, to get divorced, married again, whatever, changing jobs, whatever is all stations, right? Turning point in our life. So he said, that's the advice of for us. Shekulam, right? Kulam yu beyad Moshe v'Aaron. So his journeys, a private journey, will always going to be with the hand of Moshe v'Aaron, that we should always consult and ask the Da'at Torah in all of our matter. And the same way that the journey of Israel, Moshe and Aaron lead them, because they themselves, they didn't know what to do, how to do, where to go, right? They're giving themselves to the hands of the leader. Beyad Moshe v'Aaron, the hand is the yad. So he said once on the Tehillim, when it says in the verse of Tehillim, right, that from Hashem, the steps of a man are from Hashem. He made him to walk the walk. And he wants his way. He said, all the steps and everywhere then where we go, right? So although he's walking and it's a physical action and he's going to places, but Hashem actually want him to fulfill his spiritual task in these places. Baal Shem Tov also said, I don't know if he's going to have it here, but he said that it's look like a person wants to go to places for his own selfish reasons. Hashem put him over there eventually. And Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, I don't know if he's going to mention here, but mention in another place, he said that sometimes, or there are places that we need to go. Actually, we don't think about it. We don't want to go. So if we don't go over there, eventually Hashem make us to go there. We will find ourselves over there, where we need to be, whether if we want it or not. So he said, so a Jew that wants to have all his walks or paths of his life according to the divine will, the same way that Masol ben Israel, the Jew of Israel, so his path, the way for him, that he should always consult with the Da'at Torah. Not which type of cheese or yogurt to buy in the supermarket, but like serious questions or doubt that we have. Same way that we had in the Bayad Moshe ve'Aaron. When we walked in the desert, he said that all the places that we stopped, right? I don't remember exactly all the journey that we have, 40 something. Each one of them has a significant part in it. We needed to go over there to these places to bring up the sparks of the Kedusha. So they didn't know exactly what's the Hashem's will in all of these journeys. Because sometimes they used to stay in one place for one day, sometimes for a few years.
No, I'm so full.
They didn't know what they're going to do over there. You know? And they're like, they put themselves in the hand of Moshe and Aaron because they knew what Hashem wants. Hashem told them. וזה שנאמר, when it says, ויכתוב משה את מוצאיהם למעשיהם, like where they left their journeys from the place they left according to Hashem, it means that Hashem knew, not Hashem, sorry, Moshe knew the divine will. What's the purpose of them? And everybody else followed Moshe. The same way, ככה רוצה שבכל אליו, if we want our matters, anything that we have to be according to Hashem, it's by mevatel himself to the Rav, to somebody that have a da'at Torah, the wisdom of the Torah. And the Parashat Masaai Bnei Israel, and this parasha is written in the Torah, it's infinite, right? We know it's not story to what happened. And the Torah wrote all the 42 Masaot, right? These are the path in Avodat Hashem for each and every generation. The whole prat hakatuv and every detail in the parasha is indicating us the way to serve Hashem. Some to higher people, some to less higher people. And that's path, all these journeys teaching us that we can always get to a higher level and a higher level. And to be like an angel that he doesn't have anything in this world besides fulfilling Hashem's task. And for the simple people, right, the path to that is that we should nullify, mevatel ourselves for the da'at Torah. And all of these 42 journeys are infinite. And we have some tikkunim, some fixing, were for the entire congregation, some were for individual, right, to bring up the nitzotzot. Another thing, for example, nitzotzot means that sparks of dusha or sparks of souls or whatever. So in the past, when we had Adam HaRishon and whatever he did, from the chet, from the sin, there were sparks of dusha that spread all over the planet. And whenever we go to a certain place and we do a mitzvah, or we're just being there, we're like collecting these sparks of Kedusha, we're bringing it back to heaven. It's a Kabbalistic concept. We said, so this journey have a tikkun, a klali for the general congregation and some for the individual. And each and every Jew need to fix during his lifetime all these 42 journeys that he's passing through. Moshe Katav Shamod, and he wrote over there in the book, and also in other holy books, there are many explanatories about the 42 Masaot, and their matter in the Avodat Hashem. And a Jew that doesn't know what are the things that he needs to fix or what he needs to do in the journey and how they should be according to Hashem, he needs to consult, he needs to ityaetz, right? Get any good advice and mevatel himself for the da'at Torah. And this is the great tikkun in all the journey of life. So he said, the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh, he said that every Jew passing during his lifetime 42 journeys from the time that he got out from his mother's womb, which is like going outside of Egypt, right? Because the womb is a very stressed, narrow place, until he goes to the Eretz HaChaim, to the land of the living, right? Which is Olam Haba. In all of these journeys, all of his alichot, and all the events that he have, all his action, all his deeds, whatever, in spiritualism, in Gashmiut, should be always according to Hashem's will. And Hashem will help him to walk in the right path. But he needs to mevatel himself to Moshe and Aaron, which is basically the da'at Torah. And that's why this parasha is very, very important, because it's infinite and it's for each and every generation and each for every individual Jew. That we need to remember that Hashem put us in places and nothing stays forever. And even if we are in a narrow places like Egypt, we will always have the ability to go out one day and to go to whatever, a nice place. And then chas v'chalila, a less nice place, etc., because Hashem making it for us. And this is what we need to believe, that everything is in Hashgacha Pratit, and every place that we are finding ourselves suddenly, that's the place that we need to be, whether if we like it or not, if we plan to be there or not. This is Hashem will. And another thing, which he didn't write here, but you have the verses in the Torah when it says, Motzaem lemaseem, when they have the journeys from the place they left to the destination, and then it says, Masaem lemotzaem, like their journeys to where they left from. So it's depend on your mindset. If you're a prisoner, living in prison, then when you're running out, you always look back and you always remember where you left and where you're heading to, right? Because you want to head to, so see. But if your mindset is that you like to be in Eretz Israel, then you're starting from the end. You said, oh, my journey is to Eretz Israel, but I left Egypt. So that's depend how, and that's the Torah have this type of verses. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great Shabbat.